Okay, here goes the tricky Troggle, one of the 16 A.Mazing monsters. Let's have a look inside. Very few people like Mr. Grub because he is mean and unkind to animals. One bright sunny morning, Mr. Grub went for a walk in the woods. Near his house, he didn't see that the sun was shining, he didn't hear the birds singing, and he didn't smell the beautiful scent of the flowers in the woods. Mr. Grub was thinking of only one thing: how to make more money out of his shop in the village. I know, Mr. Grub thought. I'll put up the price of all the cakes and sweets and biscuits and no one will notice. I haven't put them up for at least a week. Mr. Grub smiled happily at the thought of making some more money. He was thinking about it so hard that he nearly tripped over a small purple monster lying fast asleep under an oak tree. How can I make some money out of this little monster? Mr. Grub thought. Then he had an idea. He raced back to his house and quickly found a chain and a metal collar with big spikes. It had belonged to his dog, which had died because Mr. Grub hadn't fed it enough. Mr. Grub rushed back to the oak tree and snapped the metal collar around the monster's neck. The monster woke up with a start, and he opened his bright green eyes. "Get up and follow me," Mr. Grub shouted. "I'm going to make a lot of money from you." Then he tugged the chain and led the small purple monster back to his garden. Mr. Grub fixed the chain to a big iron ring on the wall of his house. Then he built a high wooden fence all around it. "You can see the monster through this little hole," Mr. Grub said to the people from the village. "It'll cost you £1 for a look for a whole minute though." "Is it half price for children?" a young girl asked. "No," Mr. Grub replied. Everyone wanted to see the little purple monster, so they paid their £1 and they had a quick look. Now during all this time, the purple monster hadn't eaten a single thing. Mr. Grub tried fish and eggs and fruit, vegetables, bread, cakes, and even ice cream, but the monster wouldn't eat a single crumb. After 6 months, the monster became very thin, and Mr. Grub began to worry about him. If anything happened to his monsters, he would lose the hundreds of pounds people paid him 6 days a week. On Sundays the little hole was closed. Even Mr. Grub had to have a rest sometimes. Mr. Grub asked Mr. A.Mazing to come and see him. "You know all about monsters," Mr. Grub said. "I want to know what kind of monster this is, and how I can make him eat something." Mr. A.Mazing spent the whole of a Sunday looking at the monster. "I'm amazed," Mr. A.Mazing said. "He is called a Troggle." "Are Troggles worth a lot?" Mr. Grub asked. "Yes," Mr. A.Mazing replied. "This is the only Troggle alive in the world today." Mr. Grub rubbed his hands together and smiled. "Well, why isn't the Troggle eating anything?" Mr. Grub asked. "Don't worry," Mr. A.Mazing said. "Troggles only have one meal a year." "Well, he won't cost much to keep then." Mr. Grub rubbed his hands and laughed out loud. "I think you should let me take the Troggle to London Zoo," Mr. A.Mazing said. "They can look after him there and everyone will be able to come and see him." "No," Mr. Grub snapped. "Anyone who wants to see my Troggle has to pay me £1. "Well, I must warn you that Troggles can be tricky," Mr. A.Mazing said. "You shouldn't keep him here." "Well, the Troggle is staying in my garden," Mr. Grub shouted. Mr. A.Mazing shook his head sadly and went back to London. People continued to come from miles around to see the Troggle, from places far away as Australia and Japan. Sometimes the poor little monster just lay still against the wall of the house. Then Mr. Grub poked the Troggle with his walking stick and made him move round the garden. Everyone who came paid £1 to see the Troggle. Once a week, Mr. Grub changed the pound coins into notes which he hid under the floorboards of his bedroom. One Sunday, Mr. Grub went to visit his brother. He left the poor little monster chained up in his garden. Soon after Mr. Grub had gone, the Troggle slipped his thin neck out of the thick spiked iron collar. He walked over to the house, opened his mouth very wide, and began his first meal of the year. The Troggle ate the walls, windows, front door, and roof of the house. Then he started on the rooms. Troggles don't eat metal, so he left some door handles and taps, a kettle, 2 saucepans, and some knives, forks and spoons. When the Troggle came to Mr. Grub's bedroom, he ate the bed, the wardrobe, the table, the chair, and then he began to munch through the floorboards. The Troggle soon found thousands and thousands of pieces of paper. "Wow, these are really tasty," the purple monster said to himself. 2 hours later, all Mr. Grub's money had gone, and so had his house, and the high wooden fence round the garden. When the Troggle had finished his meal of the year, he licked his lips, gave a little smile, and slowly walked back into the woods. When Mr. Grub came back, in the place where his house used to be, there was just a few doorknobs, saucepans, kettle, and other metal things. The spiked collar and chain were lying on the lawn, but no sign of the Troggle. Mr. A.Mazing had tried to warn Mr. Grub that Troggles can be tricky, but some people never listen. So I hope you enjoyed the tricky Troggle story. Like I say, there's all these other ones that I can read out to you sometime.